Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, The Maths Booth. Today I am here with the continuation of practice paper, that is model paper. In my previous video I have completed till question number 24. Now let us start question number 25. Prove that root 3 is an irrational number. This is the very important question and repeated in almost all papers. So I have already solved this. Let me show you here. How we have to prove? Let us assume that root 3 is irrational number. What they have told to prove us? They have told us to prove irrational. What we have to assume? Let us assume that root 3 is rational number. And we know that root 3 is rational number is, it is nothing but P by Q form. That is, I have written A by B, where A and B are co-prime and B not equal to 0. So, A is equals to, we will multiply root 3 into B. Root 3 into B is equals to root 3 into B. We need to remove root, so squaring both side. What we have to do? We have done square for this and this side also square for both side. Square and root get cancelled. Here A square as it is. Square and root get cancelled, remains 3. B square is nothing but B square. So let us consider this as equation 1. Now we can see here, if we bring 3 here, it divides, right? So we can write, we can say 3 divides A square. This implies 3 divides A. So now we came to know that this divides A and A square. Now let us see, let A is equals to 3C, where C is some integer. Put A is equals to 3C in equation 1. I have written equation 1 more time. A square is equals to 3B square. So let us put the value A is equals to 3C. A plus 3C whole square, because square is there, so square as it is equals to 3B square. 3 square is nothing but 9. C square as it is C square is equals to 3B square. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. So B square is equals to 3C square. We can see if we bring 3 this side, it divides B, right? So we can write 3 divides B square, 3 divides B. Let us, this we have mentioned as 2. So from equation 1 and 2, A and B both have common factor as 3. This contradicts the fact that A and B are co-prime, because we have considered A and B are co-prime, but it has a common factor as 3. Therefore, this contradicts the fact. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Therefore, root 3 is irrational. Okay, let us see the next question now. Question 26. Let us see the question number 26 properly. 3 bells ring together at interval of 9 minutes, 12 minutes and 15 minutes respectively. If they ring simultaneously, if they ring together, what next, at what time they will ring together? Okay, what they have told, first 9 minutes, 12 minutes and 15 minutes. First let us remove the LCM of these 3 numbers, because all together we have to find out, right? So 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 2 6s are 12, 2 3s are 6, 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15, 5 1s are 5. I'll find out the factors of 9 first. 3 square. Factor of 12 is 2 square into 3, and factor of 15 is nothing but 3 into 5. Okay, so we can see 3 is common in 3 numbers also. So LCM is nothing but highest power we should take. So 3 square I will take. Then here 2 square also we should take, and here what remains? 5. 3 we can see common in these 3 numbers also. 3 highest power one we should take. Remaining all we should take. Now 3 square is 9. 2 square 4 into 5. So 9 4s are 36. 36 into 5. 5 6 are 30. 5 3s are 15, 16, 17, 18. That is, it will be ringing next after 180 minutes. So let us convert into hours. 180 minutes. 6 3s are 18. 60 into 3. So 3 hours. It will ring after 3 hours. So they have asked next at what time they will ring together. They will ring, because LCM, they will ring together after 3 hours. Okay. So this is the question number 26. Let us see question number 27 now. Find the zeros of quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficient. Okay. First we will take down the question, x square plus 7x plus 10. Okay. Zeros of polynomial, how we will find? We have to do first number into last number, that is 10 into x square, 10x square. Now we should remove two such numbers. When we multiply we should get 10, and when we add and subtract we should get middle number. In previous question also I have solved this. First and last multiply we have to do. Then middle number how we should get? When we multiply these two number, when we add we should get. Now 5 2s are 10. We know that 5 2s are 10. 5x 2x. 5 2s are 10. X into x, x square. But 5x plus 2x, 7x. Right? This answer is 7x. And that is the middle one. So let us write now. X square in place of 7x. What I should write? 5x plus 2x. 5x plus 2x plus 10. Now it has these three terms as converted into four term. Let us make two groups. Okay, I have made two groups. In first group, let us see what is common. We can see x is common. So here one x common I have taken, one remains. Plus x already I have taken common. What remains? 5. Here what is common? 2 is common. Because in 2 table 10 comes, right? So 2 I have taken common. X plus 2. How many is that? 10? 2 5s are. See, in zeros of polynomial and factorization we should get common bracket. If we won't get common bracket, then there is something wrong, we have done something wrong. It is like that. So here we got common bracket, that is x plus 5. Which remains? What remains? I have taken common bracket outside. Then what remains? X plus 2. Now x is equals to plus 5 if we take this side, minus 5, and x is equals to plus 2 if we take this side, minus 2. Now we can write minus 5 and minus 2 are zeros of polynomial. But now let us consider alpha is minus 5 and beta minus 2. Okay, alpha is minus 5 and beta is minus 2. Now from the equation let us consider, for example I'll write one more time equation, x square plus 7x plus 10. A value 1, B value 7 and C value 10. Now we should verify the relationship, right? We have here alpha, beta value. We have A, B and C value. Let us write now sum of zeros. Okay, I'll do here sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta is equals to minus B by A. Okay, alpha value minus 5 plus beta value minus 2. This minus as it is, B value 7. Okay, minus 5 plus minus 2 is equals to minus 7. Here both minus means we should do plus. Minus 5 minus 2 is minus 7. So LHS is equals to RHS. So verified sum of zeros. Let us see product of zeros now. Product of zeros. Product of zeros is nothing but alpha beta is equals to C by A. Alpha value minus 5, beta value minus 2, C value is 10 and A value is 1. Minus minus plus, 5 2s are 10, 10 by 1 is 10. So it is verified. So here we had verified the relationship, that is find the zeros of polynomial. We got the answer. Next question number 28. So question number 28, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from denominator, a fraction reduced to 1. It becomes 1 by 2. If we only add 1 to denominator, what is the fraction? Okay, what is the fraction they have asked? So let the fraction be x by y. Because it is a fraction now, so I have taken directly x by y. First condition is, because this is question from pair of linear equation, so we will have two equation. First case we will see, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator. Okay, according to the question, x fraction this is. If I have considered fraction as x by y now, so I have written is, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from denominator, fraction reduced to 1. Okay, we got one side equation. Then again I will write fraction. What they are saying again, it becomes 1 by 2. Fraction, it means fraction becomes 1 by 2 if we only add 1 to the denominator. If we only add 1 to the denominator. Now find the fraction thereafter. Okay, let us start solving now. I'll start solving. Here we will multiply this x plus 1 as it is. Y minus 1 ones are y minus 1. Okay. X, y if I bring this side it becomes minus y is equal to minus 1 as it is. This plus 1 if I bring here it becomes minus 1. X minus y is equals to, both minus means what we have to do, plus. So minus 2. This is nothing but equation 1 we will consider. Now let us cross multiply here also same thing. 2 into x, 2x is equals to y plus 1 ones are y plus 1. 2x as it is. Y if I bring this side it becomes minus y is equals to 1. 1 as it is. Equation 2. Now what we will do? Solving 1 and 2. Solving equation 1 and 2 we get. I'll take equation 1. X minus y is equals to minus 2. 2x minus y is equals to 1. Now we can see here we have got y term same. But sign, both sign are also same. If there is both sign same, we cannot cancel. We know that. So what we will do? We will change the sign. This plus I'll change to minus. This minus I'll change to plus. This plus I'll change to minus. Now let us eliminate. By elimination I have done. So I have eliminated. Minus and plus. We have to do minus. From 2x if we remove x, x. But bigger number sign. 2 is bigger and having minus sign. So minus as it is. Both minus. What we have to do? Both minus means plus. 2 plus 1, 3. Both minus we have to do plus but sign minus only. Now minus minus got cancelled. X is equals to 3. Put x is equals to 3 in any one equation. Either or, either this. So I will put in equation 1. I will write equation 1 now. X minus y is equals to minus 2. X value we got 3. 3 minus y is equals to minus 2. Minus y is equals to, y is having minus sign now, we should keep as it is. Minus y is equals to minus 2. 3 I am bringing here, it becomes minus 3. So minus y is equals to minus 5. Minus minus got cancelled. So y is equals to what we got now? Y is equals to we got 5. I'll write 5. Therefore, the fraction is x by 5, right? X by y, right? X value we got 3 and y value we got 5. 3 by 5. So this is about the question number 28. So in my next video I am coming up with question number 29. Do like and share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.